I'm Edward Chandler. I've been in the business for a little bit over a year now from Jackson, Mississippi. I've been in real estate for a little bit though, because I do have rental properties out of Mississippi. But I want to talk to y'all about my success from last year, some things I'm working on, some things I want to bring into my season this year. So opening snapshot as far as what we're going to talk about, nearly $5 million in sales closed last year. My business was built on relationships, visibility, and trust. The purpose of this is to review what drove results and then my outline for my 2026 direction. So proud of the production, more proud of the foundation. So I built a relationship with two core lenders, Robert and another lender named Miss Carrie Ann. And the reason I would say that's important is because I can call Rob at 11:30. He's gonna pick up the phone. You know, some lenders, they don't really like that. So I think, you know, that was really a key to my business, and Rob is really good with my DPA programs. I send every DPA to him because he know what to do. I don't have to call him or nothing. I think the first one he did for me, I was on his tail like, hey Rob, I need this. He said, hey man, stop calling. You know, you good. You know, so Rob was that was very important. So I think, you know, that was a key to my business as far as making sure that I'm successful with who I'm dealing with, knowing that he's gonna take care of my client from A to Z. Also, property management partner as far as producer rental leads. So I have a management company that I work with once, and we just connected. He came to my open house. It's Casa Property Management Company. So he sent me leads all the time from Zillow and things like that. And man, Stephanie ended up closing a deal on that because they sent over their credit scores, they sent over everything. So the main thing that I do when I'm doing that is ask them if they want to buy. You know, what's stopping them from buying? So we closed Miss Carrie. You know, Stephanie's really good at that. You know, I send them to her, we get it done. You know, so that was one that we actually closed from that relationship, which was really good. And one closed transaction directly from that. Consistency strengthening of my spirit influence. That's just me talking to everybody. I talk to everybody about it. I don't care who it is. You know, if your dog want to buy a house, if he can qualify, we're going to get him done. You know what I'm saying? And I really mean that. So that's something that, you know, I added to my business also. Thank you, Miss Chrissy, for that. I sent out an email to everybody I had, like, hey, you looking to buy a house? When you looking to buy? Some of them didn't buy, but it's like, hey, just knowing that they're in the process of wanting to buy, where I can give them information. The focus, partnerships over prospects. My lead gen and market presence. Consistent social media and video marketing. I'm really big on that. I've been big on that since I actually got here. Couple sales came from social media right away. You know, so I think that's very huge. Strategic open houses with intention. And what I do with open houses is I get people to come in, and if they're not there, I'm doing content. So you got to utilize your open house, especially when you're in these $1 million homes. You got the scenery back there. I'm using that scenery all day because it's like I can use this for my YouTube channel and go from there. So on-site builder presence and follow-up. So like I had a lead out in Georgetown while I was working with Miss Danielle, and she sent people to me. So it's just really building that relationship with the builders and things like that. Just making sure that they're aware of who you are, you know who they are. Instead of they get somebody come in without a agent. They pick up the phone and call you and go from there. So we didn't close with Saratoga Home with this one. We closed with KB, but it's still the relationship she built with me to give me a call like, hey, they need an agent. Go from there. That goes a long way. So my education-based conversations that I have with my clients, DPA, VA, I closed one of both of them last year. You know, VA, $0 down. A lot of people need to take advantage of that. It's like, bro, you can get in the house with $0 down. Your credit score ain't even got to be the best, because that lead I closed in Georgetown, credit wasn't the best, but we got them done, you know, 0 down and everything like that. So it's just being able to educate the clients about DPA, VA, everything that's out there for them, especially the first-time buyers. So result of that, I stayed visible, I was trusted, and I was top of mind. That was Miss Chrissy always talking about, just be top of mind. So my lead source performance, my $1 million transaction came from an open house. The guy did not want to talk to me at all. And
I gotta say something. That's where mine came from.
You know, so it goes a long way when you're doing an open house. Even though he did not want to talk to me, he said, man, I'm self-represented. I don't need your help. I was like, it's okay. I had a little form to fill out, feedback form, like, hey, put your email down. If you got any questions, I'm just going to send you the answers to them. You don't have to work with me. It's okay. Sent them answer out there. He questioned out the question, sent them answer out the answer right away. And next thing you know, him and his wife called me. We had like an hour-long meeting, set it up, got hired. I went from there, called Chrissy right away, and I was like, listen, I need help with this. Because the thing about it, what a lot of people don't realize, they try to get it all themselves. I'm new in this. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, I ain't trying to lose this, though. You know, some in hand is better than nothing. You know, so I worked with Stephanie on it, and without Stephanie, that deal would have fell through the cracks. Because I told Stephanie at one point, hey, we're going to terminate it. We done. I don't care about the commission. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But she reeled it in like, don't respond. I'll take care of it, you know. So it's good to have somebody that you can actually partner with in situations like that. 2 transactions came from social media. That's just me posting. Really good on that. A transaction came from my builder relationship. 1 transaction from my property management lead, as I mentioned. The remaining transactions came from my SOIs. And that's just people that I'm talking to all the time. You know, we got friends, family, everything like that. It's like, hey, you know somebody looking for a house, man, hit me up. You know, so it's just, as I said, being top of the mind. So the outcome, I was diversified, resilient, and as far as with my business model. So client experience and impact. I think this is really important. You know, I design a true A to Z client journey, which means that I'm gonna talk to you from when you're buying your house, in the middle of buying your house, when you're done buying your house, and after that. So the reason I do that is because this is an emotional experience that they are actually going through. I've had people that actually cry at the closing table because they didn't think they can get approved. You know, so I do interviews with my clients after, especially the ones who are very emotional, because that sells on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That sells. It's like, you got a client, Miss Goldie, that I got out of Walmart. She been renting for 20 years. And I'm like, Miss Goldie, I said, it looked like you probably ready to buy a house. She was like, I've been trying. I don't think I can. Miss Patricia, she went through 10 agents, she said. Nobody wanted to help her. We got her done quick. I got her, she was actually my second client. I did a buyer's consult in the office with Miss Chrissy, and we couldn't get her going right then. But I worked with Rob. Rob got her going DPA. She ain't putting none down. She actually got a check at closing, you know, which was really good. She cried in the office, and I got it on camera. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. You know, so I think that's really good. So having a specialized support for DPA and first-time buyers is really huge, especially with people who are not educated about it. So if you're the expert, let them know what they qualify for and go from there. So the next is, my impact for that is just the clients felt protected, informed, and confident, you know, and I think that's pretty huge. So my 2026 business focus, I want to scale high-performing lead sources, and that's just mean I think she said 101 ways to get a lead. You know, it's just utilizing these different resources that we have. There's so many ways out there to get a lead, and I think just even passing out business cards, that go a long way. I just told Miss Christie, I think I just ordered like 1,000 business cards, because it's like, just give them out. You never know what people are gonna use them, if they'll use them, if they don't, or pass it over to somebody else that could use you. So expand builder and strategic partnerships. That's just talking to more builders, doing more of what I did last year, but now I want to do it. I need 5 people that can actually send me that lead, you know, versus just 1. Last year I had 1. I would love to have 5 this year. Increase content output and YouTube presence. I just redid my YouTube completely. I had my YouTube all last year. I had 4 subscribers. So I've been taking these little YouTube classes, YouTube University. It's really good. And right now I've had it for about 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. And right now I got 15 subscribers. My last video I put up got 1,100 views, you know, and I'm just gonna continue to post, because the guy who came to my open house, that was last week, he mentioned that he go to YouTube to look for videos. So you don't know who looking at your videos. All it takes is 1 client, be $1 million person. Hey, 30 bands, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. So I'm just saying, so that just be real. So and just screening DPA first-time buyer position, and people say I harp on that a lot, but I do, because that's a niche that I feel that is lost out here, because a lot of people just not realizing, like, bro, 620 credit score, been at your job for 2 years. Hey, come holler at me, come see me. We can get you going. You don't believe me? Let's just try it and go from there. You know, that's the point. I like to just educate people about that, and just enhance systems, automation, and database growth. That is something that I need help in. And I talk to Stephanie about it all the time, because I really suck at that. You know, just having the systems in place that works for me. It's like I'm working extra hard when I shouldn't have to work extra hard. So that's something I really want to implement in 2026, like get my systems in line. I get a lead, this is what I do. This is how we move from there and go from there. So I'll bring Stephanie in on a lot of my deals, because she keep me in line, and she in compliance. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna get it approved, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry about it getting kicked back. So that's why I bring her in on a lot of things. My brand authority and infrastructure. So positioning as a go-to resource for new builds in DPA, educating content and market leadership, cleaning onboarding and post-closing systems, CRM automations and conversion tracking, and that's just making sure that Keller Williams give us a CRM. We gotta use it. It's really good if you really know what you do as far as marketing and everything like that. And just foundation for predictable, repeatable growth. So our vision and direction, and it's just higher volume with engineered consistency. I want to do 10 million this year. I did that last year, but that's last year. You know, so it's like, all right, cool, we getting rid of that. Let's try to do it again, or double it and go from there. So stronger brand recognition and authority. I want to be like Miss Chrissy. You walk through the door, they already know that's Miss Hall. You know, it's like Ed the Realtor. That's why I try to, you know, put it out there. I ain't getting no billboards yet, like, you know, but
No,
it's coming.
post it out.
It's coming. You know, community events, buyer educational initiatives, like you just did. They've been telling me to do a buyer's class. I haven't did it yet. You know, I need to do one, and I'm hearing about yours. They say, yeah, people line up at the door. You know what I'm saying? So that I think that's really huge for you just coming in and actually doing that. You know, that's something I need to add to my business. Long-term focus on structure, leverage, and scale. I really want to be here. I ain't trying to be an agent, fly-by-night agent where, you know, you have a success right here and then you come out the next year, you don't do nothing. That ain't me. That's average. I ain't trying to be average. So I'm open to coaching, leadership, and higher expectations. I already know y'all got them for me, which is cool. My closing discussion, I'm proud of last year's production. You know, I have to be proud. I got to clap myself on that. I'm focusing on building a scalable real estate business, committed to long-term growth and leadership. And my discussion points, what I got for y'all as far as questions, where can I tighten my business? What opportunities should I leverage more? And what would y'all like to see me step into this year? So, hey, that's me. That's me in a nutshell as far as on the EdTheeRealtor experience as far as last year. So hopefully I did well for y'all. If y'all got any questions, I'm open to them. So,
Awesome.
all right.